Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about new jeans. So a little disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. All of my sources are going to be cited in the description. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know anything about Korean law, or any country's law for that matter. This is not legal advice. Please don't send hate to anyone mention this video or me because that is not fun. So we're just going to jump right into it. I have a very in-depth video about all of the background on this situation, but just to get everyone caught up. The fate of New Jeans has been kind of up in the air for a while. After a long legal battle deciding if the New Jeans members' exclusive contracts with Adore were valid, the Seoul Central Court ruled to uphold the members' exclusive contracts. Although some fans have misconstrued this as meaning the members would be returning, this is not necessarily true. This ruling has opened HYBE and Adore to possibly end the members' contracts and ask for damages. Until December 29th, 2025, only Haerin and Hyein have been officially confirmed to be returning to Adore, with Minji, Hani, and Danielle's fate uncertain. And while it's still a little bit uncertain, on the 29th of December, we got an update on two of the members. So Hani will be returning to Adore. Minji is still in talks with Adore about a possible return. Adore did state that these conversations were going in a positive direction, which leads a lot of fans to believe that she will be returning, but details are still being ironed out. And Danielle is going to be leaving Adore. In their statement, Adore made it clear that Adore were the ones to cancel Danielle's contracts. They also stated that they would be taking legal action against Danielle, a member of her family, and Min Hee-jin, the creator behind New Jeans. So how did we get to this point? Why take back Hani, but not Danielle? So I'm going to start off with what we know for a fact, not meaning that everything said here is factual, but this is what specifically Adore has said about the situation. So Adore has ended their contract with Danielle, making her a former member of New Jeans. Adore said managing Danielle has become impossible because of an irreversible breakdown of trust after repeated conflicts and refusal to follow court rulings. Adore also stated that Danielle violated the exclusive contract by signing another contract, engaging in independent entertainment activities, and damaging the group's reputation and credibility. Adore requested corrective action regarding this matter, but as no action was taken within the specified deadline, they have terminated the contract. Adore is seeking penalties and damages, which is 33.1 billion Korean won is what they ended up going with. They could have gone higher, they did not. In court from Danielle for allegedly breaching her contract. Adore is suing a member of Danielle's family and Min Hee-jin because they allegedly bear significant responsibility for causing this dispute and for New Jeans' departure and delayed return. Specifically, the member of Danielle's family allegedly was interfering in internal affairs and spreading misinformation to the other members. So this is what we know really from Danielle's perspective, from what we've heard from her and seen her doing. So in response to the lawsuit, Danielle retained legal counsel and has filed power of attorney, showing she will be fighting the claims in court. Danielle recently opened a personal Instagram account under the name Dazabelle and filmed a short live stream where she thanked bunnies for standing by her, as well as stating she fought to remain in New Jeans and that she would publicly speak about the lawsuit when she was able to. Danielle later posted a letter on the same Dazabelle account addressed to bunnies. The letter is dated November 12, 2025, the same day it was announced that Haerin and Hyein would be returning to Adore. In the letter, she states, "I know there may be questions and I don't have all the answers right now, but there's one thing I can say for sure. My heart has not changed. Minji, Hani, Haerin, and Hyein will always be my home, my family, whether our paths run closely together or quietly alongside one another. The bond we share remains unshaken. It was built with love, respect, and memories that will stay with us forever. We'll always move forward while protecting one another." So one of the biggest questions really going around during this contract termination dispute debacle is why Danielle. Haerin and Hyein had support coming back as they quietly went back to HYBE and allowed Adore to announce their return in a professional way. But many people did not appreciate Danielle, Hani, and Minji's unilateral return announcement. However, some people were confused why Hani was brought back, but Danielle wasn't. Hani was one of the more vocal members when it came to the contract dispute, speaking publicly multiple times about mistreatment. However, from HYBE's statement, there are a few things that likely made them choose to terminate Danielle's contract, but are still open to Hani and Minji returning. Number one, Danielle wrote a very public letter calling Min Hee-jin her mom and part of her family. But it's important to note with this, many people think this letter had to do with why Danielle is not returning, though she is not the only member of New Jeans who voiced support for Min Hee-jin. Number two, it seems that Danielle's family is not in favor of her returning and or has a different dynamic than the other members did. Danielle's family being included in HYBE lawsuit suggests this different dynamic. It's been rumored that Hyein's father played a significant role in Hyein and Haerin returning to Adore, and the updates from Adore on all the members stress the inclusion of their families in their return talks. So finally, and really the biggest reason, is that Adore stated that Danielle participated in independent entertainment activities and that she signed contracts that conflicted with her exclusive contract with Adore. So since that's been made public, a lot of people have been arguing over what these external contracts, these independent activities, independent contracts could have been, and which of her activities specifically HYBE took issue with. So the issue with this is that Danielle had actually made a fair amount of public appearances that were independent of the other New Jeans girls and had nothing to do with like court or even when they were trying to rebrand as NJZ. Here's a list of her public appearances that may be what Hybe is taking issue with. We're unsure and we probably won't know till the court proceedings begin. But these are just public appearances she's made since this whole debacle started that exclude any group appearances or court appearances. So, May 18th, 2025, Danielle and the R&B group Emotional Oranges posted a photo together in a recording studio with the caption, "Just give us some time, guys, it's coming," which was quickly deleted, leading many to believe she may have been collaborating with the group and possibly breaking her contract to do so. On June 18th, 2025, Danielle appeared at an Omega Watches event. Many fans questioned the legality of her attendance. However, at the time, it seemed to be an activity which had been set up before the court proceedings began, and Danielle was just fulfilling the contract. Adore staff also attended the event with Danielle. July 1st, 2025, Danielle was seen out for a jog with artist Sean and actor Park Bo-gum. On August 15th, 2025, Danielle participated in her first 10K run for Korea's Liberation Day. September 3rd, 2025, Danielle runs a 10K with artist Sean. November 29th, 2025, Sean posts with Danielle showing them running together and posting about their plans to run a full marathon in 2026. December 1st, 2025, Danielle was seen attending the Table for All 2025 charity dinner. December 22nd, 2025, Sean posts with Danielle showing them delivering coal to low-income households as a part of Sean's Raise Korea's Temperature by 1 Degree initiative. And then, of course, finally, there's Dazabel, which has been most of Danielle's public appearances since it's been announced that she wouldn't be returning to New Jeans. On January 1st, 2026, the Instagram account Dazabel went viral. Fans speculated the account may belong to Danielle because it was mutuals with Danielle's sister Olivia Marsh. Danielle confirmed the account was hers through her legal team, who announced that she would be addressing fans in a live stream, simultaneously posting an announcement on the account stating, "For those who waited, 12 January, 7 p.m. Fans quickly realized the account had been around since September 2025. There have been questions about if this account could have been connected to Danielle's termination, as it is not a Hybe-affiliated account, which she created while she was still a Hybe artist. Since making the account public, Danielle has gone live and posted a letter to fans, both of which emphasize that she was unable to speak deeply on a lawsuit, but that she wanted to remain in New Jeans and she loves her members. The date and the content of the letter, November 12th, 2025, also suggests she's known for a while that she may be getting removed from the group. So there's been a lot of speculation and unconfirmed information, rumors, all of that have been coming out since this situation began. So I'm going to go over some of that just to talk about what people are talking about, but I want to be clear, pretty much everything from here on is not factual and is just what people are talking about online. So Lee Jun-ho is a famous YouTuber known for having insider information into the K-pop industry and has weighed in on the subject of Danielle's contract ending. He suggested the following: Danielle lost the trust of both Adore and the other members of New Jeans. This is allegedly because the Omega Watch partnership was originally supposed to include all New Jeans members. However, allegedly, the original deal fell through due to the legal battle, and allegedly Danielle attempted to go behind Hybe's back and renegotiate the brand deal for herself without the other members of New Jeans, but Hybe found out and Hybe ended up being included in the contract. Allegedly, Danielle proceeded to wear an Omega watch and post in sightings with Sean, earning her commission. Danielle allegedly filmed a snack commercial in Southeast Asia without Hybe's approval and without talking to other members, and Danielle allegedly planned to collaborate with an American artist behind Hybe and the other New Jeans members' backs. Another big rumor that's been going around is that Danielle will be joining the Black label. So since the termination of her contract, this speculation has only grown. It mostly stems from Danielle's involvement with Sean's running group and charity, and fans notice that not only is Danielle hanging around Sean and other members of the Black label, but also notice that many of the Black label staff tend to take care of Danielle at the functions she goes to with members of the Black label. Additionally, multiple Black label employees and rumored trainees have followed Danielle on Instagram, including Danny Chung, who's a creative director and composer for the Black label, Marky, who's a former Dream Academy contestant and rumored trainee at the Black label, and Ji Yoon, formerly part of ISNA and a rumored trainee at the Black label. So a couple more speculations that are going around. Adore didn't actually want New Jeans back and only entered into the contract dispute for leverage when canceling members' contracts. Danielle did not know her contract was being terminated. She found out during a charity event. This rumor has somewhat been debunked with Danielle's letter on Dazabel, which did kind of lead people to believe that she in fact knew for a while that it was very possible she might not be returning to New Jeans. Danielle's contract termination was announced the way it was in order to affect contract dealings with Minji. The other members of New Jeans did not know of Danielle's contract termination, and Sean and Park Bo-gum may somehow be dragged into the new contract dispute because of their public outings with Danielle. So another weird situation is why Mr. Beast he is here as well. When it was announced that Hive would not be allowing Danielle to return to New Jeans, many fans got desperate, turning to YouTuber Mr. Beast, asking him to buy Hive and allow Danielle to return to New Jeans. Other fans just generally asked for his help. Bunny spammed all of his accounts with these messages. Mr. Beast made several comments on the situation, asking Twitter what he needed to do, as well as posting a video expressing that he was unsure what he was supposed to do to fix the situation. Most fans asking for his help acknowledged that he will not be able to do anything, but reached out to him to get attention for Danielle's situation. If attention's all people want, I find Mr. Beast to be an odd choice, as he has some pretty serious allegations and controversies against him, including but not limited to creating unsafe work conditions and making racially insensitive jokes. So what does this mean moving forward? New Jeans will likely have a comeback with at least 3 of the original members, if not 4. They may also bring in new members, and I think that's a lot more likely if Minji does not return. If Minji does return, I see it being less likely they'll add members. Danielle and Adore will go to court. This seems to be the intention of both parties. Many people are treating the case as if it's a slam dunk for Adore. Some people have said this may not be the case, though. While Adore are seeking damages and penalty fees adding up to 33.1 billion Korean won, and if Danielle loses in court, this would likely put her in a very bad financial situation. Some legal experts have suggested that Adore will be fighting an uphill battle in their case. This is because Adore will need to prove in court that mutual trust has been broken, which could be hard because Danielle has expressed wanting to return to the company multiple times. Past rulings have asked companies to give artists a 14-day correction period before termination of their contracts. We're unsure if this has or has not happened. Only taking legal action against Danielle could also weaken Adore's case if they come after her for actions taken by all New Jeans members. The case against Danielle's family will be quite hard to prove, as Adore will need to prove that her family actively encouraged and or helped her break her contract. This does not include familial advice or the family member expressing their opinion. This will also be hard to prove, as Danielle expressed wanting to return to Adore. Attorney Lee Ji-hoon, a legal analysis YouTuber, has suggested that Danielle's main and possible only defense would be to cut ties with Min Hee-jit and paint herself as being misled or influenced into her actions. He also states that Danielle should avoid confrontation and aim for cooperation with Adore, if this is still possible. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Have a great day, y'all.